This is Aussie Mac Zone. We'll cover everything Apple, including Macs, iPhones, iPads, and more. All this from an Aussie perspective. Sit back, relax, and insert yourself into the zone. The Aussie Mac Zone.
So we're ready to go. Show 316 Aussie Mac Zone. Zarn, how are you?
Fantastic, Michael. How are you?
Very, very good, thank you.
Excellent.
Tonight we're brought with the assistance of IT Help to You and microseconds. Keep that in mind. And again, a very, 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 very big thanks to all the firefighters across Australia and all the visiting ones from overseas.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, on a completely different note, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes.
Happy holidays and all that sort of stuff. Make sure you're safe and you're driving. If you're driving, make sure you take plenty of rest, and because the main thing is to get there safe.
Especially with some of the roads closed for periods of time and stuff.
That's
it's
right.
going to add to your trip.
Yeah, I know Bell's Line is pretty much closed at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, it was yesterday anyway, I know that.
Well, Bell's was closed and the Great Western Highway was closed yesterday for a while. So.
For a while.
And New England, I think, again, has been closed a couple of times. So. Yeah, there's plenty of fires still burning.
So just remember
Thank you to everyone around Australia.
Yeah, and so remember to set your travel, where you're going to go, watch for the fires, and just be safe.
Yeah. Well, there was a picture today on the news that had a picture taken with snow and everything around.
Mm-hmm.
And now a picture, exactly the same picture, but the joint was burning. Everywhere around this little shed was burning. So yeah, all part of the fun of life. So our Aussie Apple ramblings this week start with Amazon, Apple, Google, the Zigbee Alliance, and board members from working group to develop open standard for smart home devices. That way, everything should improve. Project Connected Home over IP intends to simplify development for device manufacturers and increase capabilities for consumers. Seattle and Cupertino, Mountain View and Davis, California, Amazon, Apple and Google and Zigbee Alliance today announced a new working group that plans to develop and promote the adoption of royalty-free connectivity standard to increase compatibility among smart home products, with security as a fundamental design. By building upon Internet Protocol, the project aims to enable communication across smart home devices, mobile apps and cloud services, and to define a specific set of IP-based networking technologies for device certification. The industry working group will take an open source approach for the development and implementation of a new unified connectivity protocol. The project intends to use contributions from market-tested smart home technology from Amazon, Apple, Google, Zigbee Alliance and others. The decision to leverage these technologies is expected to accelerate the development of the protocol and deliver benefits to manufacturers and consumers faster. The project aims to make it easier for device manufacturers to build devices that are compatible with smart home and voice services such as Amazon Alexa, Apple's Siri, Google's Assistant, and others. The planned protocol will complement existing technologies, and working group members encourage device manufacturers to continue innovating using technologies available today.
Excellent.
Yeah, so that should help a lot, getting things to work together.
And you,
Hello, Kellyanne.
Hello, Kellyanne. Hopefully, hello, Hunter, and hello, Mason.
Yeah.
Hello, Levi.
Hi, Levi, Hunter, and Mason.
I hope you're watching so you can see us, Hunter, so you're not missing out.
Further, Apple open sources HomeKit accessory development kit to spur adoption and grow new standard. Accessory development kit, allowing more users to experiment with the development of HomeKit accessories. The release is designed to accelerate development of a new universal smart home standard created by the consortium of companies which we just mentioned, Apple, Amazon, Google, and the Zigbee Alliance, which is great.
I know you use a fair bit of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so what they're saying is they're going to be sort of compatible across the board, are they? Which is excellent.
Yeah.
making it easier for us to,
Yeah.
if we need something, we can grab it. It doesn't have to be.
But it also makes it, A, it should keep the price down.
Yep.
B, it stops people that get intellectual property and then try and sue you for it.
Yep.
Because it's one standard through all of them.
Yep.
So they've got to try and sue everybody instead of just one person at a time.
Yep.
That makes it harder for them. So yeah, looking forward to it. Getting our new...
Awesome. It says, hello, Daddy and Ipa. We
Wow.
are watching from the bath.
Excellent. Aren't they lucky?
I reckon.
Now, there's a face-on alternative called ToeTalk, and it's a spy tool, and it's been purged from the App Store. Popular social messaging app ToeTalk, or ToeTalk, has been found to spy on its users and is likely was developed by the government of the United Arab Emirates to keep tabs on its citizens. So it's been cleaned out of the App Store. Now,
Wow.
we've got lots and lots of little stories tonight, so...
I don't have any gaming stuff tonight because I've been busy organising Christmas stuff. And so but there's like I said, we've got lots of little stories anyway. 115k in iPhones stolen out of one car. 200k in iPhones lifted from Best Buy in the Apple crime blotter.
Yeah.
Drug lord's brother plans to sue Apple. Ex-Apple engineer had missile documents and more from the world of Apple-related crime. The latest in an occasional Apple Insider series looking at the world of crime involving Apple products.
Right, so over 100,000 in iPhones stolen from car. Police in Oregon say an uncommonly large cache of iPhones, worth 115,000 US, were stolen from a woman's car outside the Bridgeport Village shopping centre in suburban Portland on December 8. According to Oregon Live, the theft took place while the owner of the car shopped at a nearby Apple store. Police say a man and woman broke a window in the car and took the iPhones.
Charged Apple engineer had Patriot missile file. So Jinghong Chin, the former Apple engineer who was inducted earlier this year for stealing trade secrets, also was in possession of a classified file from the Defense Department's Patriot missile program. According to the Boston Globe, Chen, who had been working on Apple's self-drive car initiative, had kept the document in his home, adding national security implications to his case.
100 iPhones stolen from South Carolina Best Buy. Around 100 iPhones worth over $1,000 each were stolen from a Best Buy in Somerville, South Carolina.
Yep.
Overnight on Monday, according to the Post and Courier. Police arrived at 2:18 a.m. to discover 2 open cabinets and iPhone boxes scattered on the ground. Why wouldn't you take the box? Surveillance showed video that 3 men wearing hoodies and dark clothing had opened the cabinet using a Hyper Tough brand crowbar, probably from the same store.
iPad with pastor's sermon stolen from Georgia church. Police in Hapeville, Georgia, have identified a man who they say stole an iPad from an area church which contained the pastor's past and future sermons. According to Fox 5 Atlanta, the item was stolen in November while Reverend James Pullen was delivering one such sermon.
Now, brother of Pablo Escobar launches gold phone, promises to sue Apple. We were told back in February about an effort by the daughter of imprisoned Mexican drug kingpin El Chapo Guzman to sell El Chapo branded iPhone accessories. Now the relative of another notorious drug lord is planning a similar play. Roberto Escobar, the brother of the late Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar, has announced the launch of a foldable gold smartphone which he claims is unbreakable. And according to Sky, the phones feature Pablo Escobar's mugshot as the default screen background, while advertisements from the device sport scantily dressed models in heels, and not only is Roberto planning to compete with the iPhone, but he also announced plans to sue Apple for $30 billion for cheating the people and selling worthless phones.
Oklahoma man, I think he's taking too much of his own product. Oklahoma man accused of embezzling iPhones. A 33-year-old Oklahoma man has been accused of, that's a mouthful, has been accused of stealing $200,000 worth of iPhones from a Best Buy distribution centre, thank you, where he was working. According to KX2, the accused thief is out of jail on a $2,500 bond.
So, a woman arrested for false iPhone purchases. A New Jersey woman was arrested in Connecticut for attempting to buy 3 iPhones from a Verizon store with a false ID. According to Patch, the woman tried to buy 2 iPhone 11 Pros and an iPhone 11 Pro Max with what store employees recognised as a fake ID, at which point they contacted the account holder, who was not the woman. She was charged with 2 counts of third-degree identity theft, 2 counts of 6th-degree larceny, credit card theft, second-degree forgery, and an attempt to commit a third-degree larceny.
2 charged in Walmart iPhone scheme. 2 people in Indiana have been charged for their part in an iPhone theft scheme. According to Journal Gazette, one of the accused conspirators executed the scheme with the help of another, a Walmart employee, and together they purchased phones by creating fake accounts for false customers. They then sold the phones, making a total of around $15,000. One of the arrestees was charged with forgery, fraud, theft, and 1 count of corrupt business influence and misdemeanor resisting lawful enforcement, while the other was charged with 11 counts of fraud and 1 count of corrupt business influence.
Now, wave of iPhone robberies in the Bronx. A crew operating in New York City borough of the Bronx has stolen more than a dozen iPhones directly from people's hands and back pockets, according to CBS New York. The people executing the thefts are between 15 and 18-year-olds.
Police using iPads in bait box to catch package thieves. Police departments in the Seattle area are seeking to deal with the problem with package theft. Heading into the holidays, have begun placing bait boxes in front of homes, complete with iPads that help track the false packages. According to Q13, police have already successfully used the tactic on 4 occasions.
Well done.
This is a great story because all this bait box stuff started on YouTube. There's a ex-NASA engineer who had his package stolen, was sick of getting his packages stolen.
Yeah.
And so he made a bait box that shot out a fart bomb and glitter.
Yeah.
So people would get rid of the box and then he could trace it, pick it up and get it back. He got the idea because he was a big Home Alone fan and when it and it'd say, keep the change, you filthy animal. So they did that and it worked quite well. And then he only just released, or a few months here and there, give or take, and he released a newer model.
Sorry, hang on. Yeah, I'll keep talking.
Yeah, he released a newer model
doing the show.
that was safer for him, and they weren't going to lose the phones.
Right,
It's a really cool design. And they were getting the criminals, and so yeah, that was quite funny. It's quite funny now the police are using that tactic. I wonder if they're using his design of bait box. maybe without the glitter, maybe without the glitter and the fart bomb. Maybe it's just a traceable thing. That's what got me with the phones, the $115,000 worth of phones stolen out of the back of the car.
Yeah.
You think one of them, you could trace at least one of them, couldn't you?
But if none of them were turned on.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, they might have all been brand new in the... Sorry about that, everybody.
Weak excuse.
And that was... Must have been because she's on emergency list because the Do Not Disturb's turned on. Yeah. So, a reminder this week we are brought to you by Microseconds. Now, as I keep telling you, just for clarity, I've known Microseconds for a long, long time. I actually do work for Microseconds. Pardon me. And but it was interesting. Micah Sargent, who's on lots of podcasts, was talking about this model MacBook Pro the other day, saying it's the one he personally has. So I know a lot of people know of Michael Sargent. It's been around for a while now. So, but Microseconds has acquired some rather nice MacBook Pro 15-inch Retinas mid-2015. These are the bee's knees as far as functionality goes, and to that the nice feel. Add to that the nice feel of the trackpad and keyboard, the revolutionary Iris Pro graphics chip, and the spec'd out memory and hard drive that are a great alternative to the new models. Instead of spending over $4,000 on the new MacBook Pros, these models are lucratively priced. The 2.2 units with 16 gig of memory and 500 gig SSDs come in at $1,650, while the faster 2.5 with 16 gig of memory and 500 gig SSD are a steal at $1,800, and they are great value for money. They do come with warranty. They will ship them to anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
And also, they're a non-reliable keyboard. So if you're still expecting to get another 3 or 4 years out of it, where Apple have extended the warranty on some of the new machines, and we've got unknown about the current newest 16-inch machine, but that starts at $4,000 Australian, and all the other machines, there's still a question mark over the longevity of the keyboard, unfortunately.
Yes.
So yeah, microseconds.com.au. They are based in Ultimo in Sydney, and give them a ring. Look on the website, order what you want. It's totally up to you. And we go from there. And then we've got I didn't even do this, did I? Didn't even put Microseconds logo up while I'm doing it. Yeah, that one.
Is it that one, you sure?
Nah, yeah, that one. That one.
Yeah.
We'll come back. So, Apple sold 6 billion, that's with a B, worth of AirPods in 2019. And they're expecting to sell even more next year. AirPods could be Apple's biggest hit since the iPhone. Apple is doing extremely well out of AirPods right now. One analysis thinks the 2019 sales will reach $6 billion, and 2020 will even be even bigger for AirPods. 2019 saw AirPods sales double, bringing $6 billion into the company, according to Tony Sacconaghi of Bernstein via CNBC. And things look even more promising for 2020. Now, the analysis notes that Apple could sell as many 85 million AirPods next year, amounting to around $15 billion in revenue. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
That's a lot of money.
Sacconaghi also points out that if the growth continues to 2021, AirPods will become Apple's third largest business. The strength of AirPods this holiday season is made clear when you see the difficulty stores are having while trying to keep stock levels high. Apple itself is struggling to provide AirPods and AirPod Pros to customers before Christmas, and it's been that way for some time.
Apple TV to sign comedy star Sharon Hogan to a first look deal. Writer and actor Sharon Hogan has signed a deal with Apple TV, TV Plus, that gives Apple first refusal on all her future works for all unspecified number of years. For an unspecified number of years, sorry.
Yeah. Apple orders second season of Mythic Quest before series official launch. Even though Mythic Quest won't premiere until Feb 7, Next year, Apple has already ordered a second season to be produced. Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet is centered around a team of video game developers as they navigate the challenges of running a popular video game. The show has been exclusively released to Apple's Apple TV Plus. The show is written by Rob McElhenney and Charlie Day, known for their work on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. McElhenney will star as the fictional company's creative director.
Awesome. Apple earned 66% of the entire smartphone market profit in 2019. Research claims that while the entire market's smartphone profit declined by around a tenth in 2019, Apple continued to dominate with 66% of all profits, and the nearest competitor being Samsung on just 17%. The global profit from cell phone sales fell by 11% in the third quarter of 2019, earning companies an estimated total of $12 billion. Apple has begun dominant again. Apple has again dominated those profits through earning a reported 66%, or almost $8 billion when compared to revenue instead of profit. Apple remains in the lead with 32%. According to Counterpoint Research, the remaining 34% of profit was chiefly divided between Samsung, Huawei, Oppo, Vivo, and Xiaomi. All of those, Samsung was the closest to Apple, but it only earned 17% of the profits. So, Huawei.
No, Xiaomi.
Xinhua.
So I read a post on iMore about a tweet from Mac Stories about a thread spotted my Mac rumours that... Anyway, it goes. There are some things you don't expect to wake up to. Flood, fire, brimstone. People sniffing AirPods Pro. Things like that. Yet I came across one of those over the morning coffee. Can you guess which one it was? Unbelievably, it seems some people have been sniffing AirPods Pro and finding that they have a subtle aroma. One that reminds them of blueberries. At least that's what the people of the internet have been saying. This whole thing reminds me of people licking their Nintendo Switch cartridges because people told them they tasted bad.
Of course they taste bad.
And
it's an electronic cartridge.
I didn't understand that either. So here I am writing about the people sniffing their AirPods Pro and smelling blueberries and pondering exactly what life decisions brought me here. Now, not having a pair myself, I rang around and this was confirmed by several wearers. There you go. So have you got anything else, young Zarn?
Well, for one, I'm going to go into Apple, one of the Apple stores near us. Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to have a look at the AirPods, and I'm going to ask, do they smell like? Well, I'm not going to sniff them myself.
You just lay them out on the table.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Big whiff of blueberries. And I'm going to find out if this is true, if Apple have done this on purpose or what, because or if this is just another, Tide Pod thing. Jesus Christ!
And there was another one today on my way this afternoon. They were talking about this. There's a few people on, I think it's on a Reddit area.
Yeah, Brad.
Where they're putting foam on the newer AirPods Pro, which have got the silicon tip. They're moving the silicon tip and putting foam actually in behind that, so they're just a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, that's a good idea.
A lot of work, but
yeah, I reckon.
So yeah, that's just another way of doing it. What other stories have we got? I'm running out. Oh, we're getting a new bridge put in at Penrith.
Oh, we are.
And I was going to go down and look at it, but I noticed in the paper the other day that there's actually they're going to have a camera pointing there the whole time, so you can just...
Yeah, that's right, you can go online and watch it happen.
You go and watch it happen, yeah. Because what they've got to do from... I think they've got 4 days to do it, which includes Christmas afternoon, the next 4 days and nights.
Yeah.
They're cutting the railway bridge out of the way.
Yeah.
And then they've already built this big concrete structure for the new bridge.
Yeah.
And they just go in, jack it up a little bit, drive it down there with the special trucks that they've imported from Belgium.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to go check them out too.
That'll line it all up. And then, get it all going. So they reckon they build a bridge in 4 days. So it's 4 days without rail.
So is it just the rail bridge that they're removing, or they're removing the car bridge as well?
No, it's only a rail bridge because you go underneath the cars on Castlereagh Road.
Oh, so you're talking about there?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the bridge across the river.
No.
Because that old bridge, like, when you drive through that across the river, there's no, you can't see out of it. It's very tight and narrow.
Yeah, one lane each way.
Yeah,
and a footpath.
Yeah,
and a footpath.
Yeah, which is terrifying in the afternoon when there's peak hour traffic walking across that footpath.
Because they built a new bridge next to that just for people to walk
over. Because it was terrifying to walk across that bridge.
And so Castlereagh Road, it's 4 lanes. They're going to make it 6 lanes, so the bridge is wider. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see it happen. It's
Excellent.
great.
Yeah,
it's a
really
good new
cool
way of doing it. So with help from overseas, just obviously I'd love to know how much they're renting the trucks for.
Oh no, I want to see these trucks.
So what else? I haven't got anything else. I've got a week off.
Yeah.
So
come back in the new year.
Yeah, I will have with the show notes for this week, which is AussieMaxZone.com.au/AMZ316. I'll also have there some numbers sheets that you can download for your holiday packaging. You know, if you want to, when you're going away, and you've got to remember who's got their phone charger, who's got their, in our days it was a Nintendo charger, who's got the laptop charger, who's got the camera charger, have you got your swimming costumes, and have you got towels, have you got the flippers and the goggles and you got your thongs, you got underwear, you've got the right number of underwear, like all that sort of stuff. So it's just a whole list.
How many is the wrong number?
Well, if you go for 6 days and you only got 2, doesn't quite work.
In, out, front, back.
No, that's only 4 days.
It's only 4 days. But if you've got 2 pairs, that's 8 days, isn't it?
So they'll be there available to download. People have liked them the last couple of years that I've had them up, so they're always available. You just add, kid 1, kid 2, kid 3, however many you got to look after for yourself. So anything else you can think of?
Let me think. Did we talk about going to the Apple store the other week and looking at the AirPods?
No.
The noise cancelling AirPods?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh. So we went into the city a fortnight ago?
A week ago yesterday.
A week ago yesterday. There we go. And went into the Apple store there to check out the... see, Curtis is watching. Curtis came as well.
Hello, Curtis.
And we went and checked out the new noise cancelling AirPods. They were fantastic. We had so much fun while we were there. We took turns in putting them in and talking to each other. And you couldn't hear a word. What we were saying when they were on and the noise cancelling was on, could not hear anything. And I'm talking about we're in an Apple store. It's in the city. It was packed. And,
it was packed.
And there was a little bit of music playing. It wasn't loud music. I'm not talking like something, metal or anything like that. It was just some nice, easy listening, and with the noise cancelling, and it just done.
But does it?
Drowned out everything. Yep. And it just goes away. It was so nice. It was so relaxing, especially with the music. It just made you sort of go, "Oh, that's nice," and they were comfortable as well. The main important thing was they were comfortable. And so they were. Yeah, it was such a great experience. It was such a fun experience. We laughed a lot talking to each other, and that sort of thing. Curtis making fun of me, and Kellyanne making fun of me, and then vice versa. So if you get a chance, even if you're not going to buy them or whatever, duck into a store because they're not on sale They don't have a lot of stock at the moment because of Christmas, but they do have stock you can try out. So you think, even if you've been looking at them, go and check them out because they are worth the money. I know they're a little bit pricey, but they are fantastic and I really like them.
Yeah, if you do a bit of travelling, like train travel, air travel.
Yeah. If you're going, you're catching a train from, Blaxland to Central every day. Yeah, it's worth the invention. The investment. They really are.
Yep.
That would definitely send you to. You could put them in, crash out, and sleep that extra hour and a half on the train without a hassle.
Yeah.
So everyone would have to listen to your snoring, but you'd be fine.
Absolutely true.
Yeah. So other than that, that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
That was our experience, and a little bit of banter about the new AirPods. The
excellent
noise cancelling AirPods.
Now we've got the show notes each week on the show upload. The link being, as I said, aussiemaczone.com.au/AMZ316. There you'll see the last 6 shows with notes. You can email Zarn or Michael at AussieMaczone. That's Zarn at aussiemaczone.com.au or Michael at aussiemaczone.com.au. Not Michael or Zarn at aussiemaczone. Spotify, just search for Aussie Max Zone. Don't forget to look on Apple News. Thanks to our sponsors this week being Microseconds and IT Help to You. Most importantly, our supporters, you, our listeners. Tell your friends, please. Now that we've got the audio and everything appear to be working,
everything's
fine.
working. The new format's great. So please tell people to listen.
Tell people, have a listen. Just subscribe. It is on YouTube, of course, as well, every week. So you can subscribe there too. And like we said earlier on, very important. Have a great Christmas. Yeah, look after Santa. Be polite to everybody.
Always be nice. Be nice to people.
Be nice. Say hi to your garbo, to the people stripping the sweet, sweeping the street, that sort of stuff. Yeah, do all of that.
Be nice to people. Well done, Michael. He's getting old. You've got to take care of him.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Sign off, superstar.
Excellent. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a fantastic holidays and see you in the new year. Remember, an apple a day keeps the androids away. See you guys.